Hey guys, I'm just checking in. I wanted to do a reading, but um after trying to record like 6 different times, the readings just the energies, I just felt like I was repeating myself. It didn't matter what deck I pulled, I was telling the same story. And I really feel like I don't even need the cards anymore to just tell the story, to tell what's going on. Because I just relayed the energy information to my bestie, and she was like, "Oh, that makes sense." So it makes sense. It's collective energy. So let me just put this out here really quick because it's kind of twofold. So one, and this is for people. I want to specify this is for my entrepreneurial group in the collective. Okay, there's a couple of things, and this is for the group of people who maybe in the past, like when you got the brilliant idea to launch whatever business, whatever creative endeavor you were trying to, pursue or start or whatever. It doesn't even have to be creative, it's just entrepreneurial. Whatever you initially had this bright idea to do, you might have initially stumbled the first time when you decided to just run and do. Right? And the reason why is because you didn't vet it, you didn't research properly, you didn't, cross all the T's and dot the I's. You just got excited and ran out there and, threw money at it or whatever. And maybe it didn't work out the way you thought it was. Maybe it flopped, maybe it tanked, maybe you lost the money, maybe, things were disastrous. And it was disastrous because you rushed in and you jumped in prematurely without doing the homework, right? So fast forward, you've done the homework. You started seeing the fruits of your labor, everything that you've been working towards. You're starting to see some momentum. Things are, moving really well. And then the tower, all of a sudden, something shifted. And you can't quite put your finger on it. You haven't been able to put your finger on it, but there's a shift. And I'm going to explain to you what the shift was or why the shift is here. So all of the things that you didn't do initially that you started to do the second time, like you got, second wind, and you're like, okay, let me research, let me now you know your shit, right? You're doing it and you know your shit. Then all of a sudden there's like skirt, everything screeches, there's a screeching halt, everything slows down, it stops. Um doesn't mean that you're a failure, it doesn't mean that what you've done isn't actually successful. It is. It's right. But you've got your eye on something over there, right? And for whatever reason, you've been a little bit reluctant to pursue it because, fear of rejection, fear of failure, mostly. But fear of rejection, you don't know if you should pitch, you don't know how it's going to work out. But everything in your body wants you to go over there, right? But you're not going over there again because there's this resistance. There is a fear. There is a level of fear that is involved, right? And what God is trying to tell you is not to look at whatever has stopped working all of a sudden. It doesn't mean that it's not working. It doesn't mean that you're not on the right path or right track. You are on the right path. You are going in the right direction. The problem is, or what God wants you to do, is to stop running headfirst into a brick wall trying to force this thing to work the way that you want it or expect it to work. The moment you feel resistance or you see that something isn't working, you're literally supposed to pivot immediately. Pivot and look at the other alternatives. Look at the adjacent possibilities. And the crazy part about it is I kept saying in video 1 through 5, adjacent possibilities. That card never actually came out, but then when I went to do the 6th recording, it was on the bottom of the deck as soon as I picked it up. And I hadn't used that deck at all during any of the readings. So I was onto something. I was like, okay, so the whole purpose is for you to like really look at the adjacent possibilities. Yes, everything that's happening, it's happening for a reason. And nothing is coincidence. It's happening for a reason. So if you started to notice a slowdown, if you start to notice a change in the progress, things aren't moving or accelerating as fast as it was before, and something has come to a screeching halt, it's asking you to redirect your attention. And what it's really asking you to do is go down that road that you're scared to go down. Okay? I know that things happen to me before they happen to the collective by at least 2 weeks. I'm going to tell you right now, I finally recognized after doing all these readings today, and the same message kept coming out, and I was finally like, all right, God, I hear you. I hear you. I've been reluctant. I already knew what the goal was. I had an idea of where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do. And basically what God was showing me was that I was able to successfully do the things that I had initially set out to do, that I recently did, and it has worked. But what God wants you to recognize is that you still have that capability to go over there and to go pursue that thing that you got your eye on it. You got your eye on it for a reason. God wants you to go after it. Don't wait. If everything that you've been doing has all of a sudden stopped working for you and it's not moving at the same momentum that it was moving at before, it means it's time to pivot. Stop wasting time trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It is time to get off your ass and move in a different direction. It doesn't mean that you're going in the wrong direction. It doesn't mean that what you've been doing isn't going to work. It doesn't even mean that any of what you've done is a failure. It just means when the pivot time comes, that you just actually pivot. Don't waste a lot of time lamenting over why this shit ain't working. Just move, okay? I've already started my movement. Today is Thursday. It's Jupiter Day. My fingers are crossed. I put it out into the ethers. I'm manifesting the hell out of this shit on the new moon, which is Saturday. Make it happen. You got a couple of days. Get your shit together. But go in the new direction, okay? Spirit is really, really urging you to kind of get out of your own way. That is the problem right now. You are in your own way. You are the key to your own happiness. You want to be happy, you want to be excited about the next journey, next leg of your journey, you need to start making those moves now, okay? Start making them now. Good luck. I love you guys.